everyone, I'm Edyta Sitar from Laundry Basket Quilts. Welcome to Quilting Window. I am so happy that you wanted to quilt with me today. I am browsing through this beautiful book called Season in Blue. There are so many gorgeous quilts. There are 16 different designs. I love them. One of the designs that caught my eye is on page 117 and it calls Sky and a Sea. Do you want to make a block with me? Let's try it together. I'm going to keep that book open for cutting directions, but also for the inspiration of colors. In the book, the quilt has light blues and a light background as an accent, and there are beautiful stars as a secondary design. I'm gonna switch the design just tiny bit, and I'm gonna put a darker blues right here. Okay, how do I achieve that? When I'm cutting my fabrics, and let me just tell you, the fabrics come from our Blue Escape collection. Look at this gorgeous collection. You can go to our website at Laundry Basket Quilts, just click the button and you can get one of those bundles in a minute. So right there, fat quarter bundles are my personal favorite. You can use this collection for this quilt, or if you want a little bit more scrappier look, we have winter lights and winter blues. Those are always on our website, and we make those bundles from all different collections that I design. So super excited. But if you have some scraps, go ahead, grab those, and let's practice a block or two together. For a block, you're gonna need a blue square, light square. You're going to need 8 half square triangles cut from 4 squares in light. And now, since we're changing the design a little bit, instead of 8 blue half square triangle, we're gonna do 4 in light and 4 in dark. All right, I have all my fabrics cut, and I'm gonna now start by the first step is sewing half square triangles together. I'm gonna place them right sides together, and all the directions for this quilt are on page 118 and 119 in a book. And yes, you can get this book on our website. So I place my light half square triangle over my blue, and now I'm gonna stitch using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I'm gonna repeat this with this triangle. I like to do chain sewing, so I'm gonna make 4 dark and 4 light blues. They're going to look like this. As soon as I open, I can use my nice pressing tool. It works so nice. You can also use your iron. Remember, don't push too hard and don't stretch the fabric, because you want to have a nice half square triangles. As soon as you finish your half square triangles, you're gonna go ahead, take a ruler, and you're gonna trim them to a perfect 2.5 by 2.5 inch unit. Oh, they are so lovely. I'm gonna go ahead and start by trimming. Look at this. I just finished my first one. I'm gonna do the second one. I need a little container for all my little scraps. Right there, I'm gonna now place my ruler, match perfectly. I'm paying attention to my 45-degree line that it matches with the seam in the middle, and I'm gonna go ahead and now trim it. Beautiful. I always like to trim the units because that allows me to create beautiful blocks later on. I'm gonna now go ahead and do the same thing with this lovely half square triangle. Yes, a little trimming needed here. I must have pulled and stretched that fabric just tiny bit when I was pressing, so you have to be very careful. Now the other side. Oh, now it's perfect. I just want to let you know that sometimes things like that happen to me too. Fabric likes to stretch, and we like to go ahead and trim and get it back to a beautiful shape, so we have a nice squares, nice half square triangles. All right, it's gonna be time to lay out the block. I'm gonna place my light. I'm going to place my dark, not dark, my blue. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take 2 half square triangles and place them face to face, matching the dark, and 2 light blue triangle and place them this way. I already started on this unit, so those also were laid out in 2 rows. Now once you have everything laid out, this is your block. You're gonna start by taking those 2 half square triangle. I chainsaw them so they're connected right now. I apologize for that. Now I'm gonna take 2 half square triangle, place them together, stitch, open it up, push the seam allowance towards the left. Now go ahead, take those 2 half square triangles, stitch, push the seam allowance towards the right. Now I'm gonna go ahead, place them right sides together. Look how nice the seams are locking. This is great. I'm gonna take my pins, I'm gonna pin it on each side of my seam, on each side of my seam. I don't want to pin it here because sometimes when I'm stitching I pull this pin and I want to make sure that I hit this point and then pull this pin as I move over to stitch right there. As soon as I finish sewing, I'm gonna have my first unit like this, then go ahead and finish my second unit right here. Push the seam allowance either in one direction or you can go ahead and open that loose center right there. All right, as soon as you finish, you're gonna square up this unit, place this together, stitch, sew it into a first row. Do the same thing right here, square this unit up, place your blue, stitch right there, flip it open, and you have a second row. Sew rows together to create a beautiful block. I love this block. It came out so nice. I have few of them that I have worked on it. Look at how cute it is. So all my seam allowances locked really nice. I didn't lose any points. This is working great. Now I just have to keep going and keep making those beautiful blocks, because the next thing that I'm going to do is start laying them out to a quilt. And when I place one this way, following the layout, I'm gonna place the next one this way, and this right here gonna start creating a secondary design of those beautiful blue stars floating. I have some work to do because I only made 2 blocks, and for a quilt you're going to need 30 blocks. This quilt is 5 blocks by 6 blocks, so that's 30 quilts, and the quilt size will be 40.5 by 48.5, so a little bit more work to do. The blocks are 8.5 unfinished by 8.5, and I think they are just perfect. So I have some work to do. I hope you like making this sky and a sea block with me, and I hope you decide to make more of them so you can have a beautiful quilt that it is in blue and white, and enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Probably now your brain is going, wow, blue and light, add some little stars to it. What about green and have red stars right here? There's so many endless possibilities. So grab your scraps and have some fun quilting. Happy quilting.